In just a few short, look, in 2007 and 2008, our economic world changed. In just a few short years ago, if you think about before that time, people had money, they had equity in their homes, they were buying things, and then it all came to a screeching halt. The buying process today has radically shifted. How people buy, what they invest in, their mindset around spending money has radically shifted. So doesn't it make sense to understand the changing buying patterns, why people buy what they buy, why they do what they do? Well, the good news is the research has been done. There's a great book, a great research tool called The Challenger Sale. It's a book that I recommend to everybody that I speak to. This book is written by a group of social psychologists that spent the last few years studying the buying process of how people make decisions today in lieu of the new economy, the recession economy. And the information that they came back with, the research they came back with was shocking, and it was also brilliant at the same time. Most importantly, what it tells us is that after studying over 120,000 buying transactions, this was both how consumers buy and how businesses buy, they came back with consistent results that show us people are buying for different reasons today. So what the research shows in the Challenger Sale is that the economic changes that have taken place have caused changes in buying processes. And most importantly, I'm going to show you what the research says. If you refer to the graph that's in front of you right now, they went out and asked people that bought something, why did you buy? What were the core drivers of your decision-making process? And if you notice, there's a quadrant on the bottom left of the screen. It's called company and brand impact. Now, what this graph is going to show you is the percentage of contribution to buying decision and loyalty as the research tells us. And what it shows is that 19% of the decision was based off the fact that they were working with a reputable company, that the brand was something they recognized, they trust the company. So that was an important part of the decision. The second piece, the other one, is 19% of the decision was based on the product and the service delivery. That meant that the company had the right product and they could deliver it on time. But the third element is the one that I think is the most important. And what it's called is value to price ratio. And what it shows after interviewing these 120,000 people, that only 9% of their final decision was based on price. Did you hear that, everybody? Only 9%, just a sliver of their total decision. Now, here's the most important part. 53% of the decision, based on the interviews of the people, showed that their decision was made based on the sales experience that they got. 53%. What does that tell us? Our impact, what we do when we're one-on-one with somebody, when we're having that meaningful conversation, is one of the most important elements to get somebody to say yes. So yes, you've got to have product and brand impact. Yes, you've got to have the ability to deliver the product on time. Yes, that price is an important part of the decision, but it's the smallest part. What the research shows is people want to make a smart investment of their money. They're not just shopping for the cheapest things out there. 53% has to do with, you guessed it, you. What you say, how you say it, and what it is, understanding what it is people are looking for. So what is it that they're looking for? Let's look at the first one. Buyers want somebody that offers unique and valuable perspective, not just on your products and services, but on the market. Buyers want to work with somebody they feel like is an expert, that can guide them, that can teach them, that can help them understand what's happening in the market, not just talk to them about the speeds and fees of their product. They want to feel like they're working with an expert. So what this is saying is it pays for you to study the marketplace, the trends, the issues, the challenges that are happening in the economy and in the market as it relates to your product or service. The second thing is that they want somebody who's going to help them navigate alternatives, meaning not just pushing them into one product, but somebody that's actually going to take the time and understand them, understand their wants, their needs, their pains, their gaps, but really do a great job of the consultative sell. The only way you can go through consultative selling is be an expert at asking questions. But they want you to do that, so why don't we do it? It doesn't happen often enough. But what you'll find when you get to the mastery level of selling is that the best salespeople out there are the ones that ask the best questions. The next thing that people want from you is somebody to provide ongoing advice or consultation. They want you to educate them. They want you to teach them how to be a better buyer of your products and services. Not just about the products and services, but what is your advice on how they should buy it, what they should look out for. If they shop with competitors, what are ways you can teach them how to be a better buyer? The next thing they want to know is they want somebody that's going to help them avoid potential landmines. What are the dangers? What are the issues? What are the challenges? What are the things they should do? What are the things that they shouldn't do? How can you share stories of other people like them that maybe made a decision just on price and they paid the consequences? Remember, stories are a key element in persuading people. We learn, we remember through stories. And the last one is they want somebody that's going to educate them on new issues and outcomes that are taking place. People want to know what's new, what's coming. What do your product forecasts look like? What's on the horizon in terms of new products, new services that you're bringing to the table? But if you get this lesson today, it's saying that if we want to sell more, if we want to move more product, if we want to make more commissions, then we've got to get our minds into the mind of the buyer. If we can think like them and we can help them, we can create that trusted guide approach through educating, through consulting, through asking great questions, through giving them advice and consultation, helping them avoid potential landmines, you'll be far ahead in the sales game. Remember, service to many leads to greatness. Closing sales does not lead to greatness. Serving other people leads to greatness. So now that we understand how they want to be served, your key is to understand how to serve them in the way they want to be served.